wanna see the sky on fire.
The Menendez brothers, Lyle and Eric Menendez, were born into a life of privilege, with their father, Jose Menendez, being a successful Cuban-American business executive in the entertainment industry. Their mother, Kitty Menendez, was a former school teacher turned homemaker. The family moved from New Jersey to Beverly Hills, California, where they lived in an opulent mansion, symbolizing their wealth and status. Despite the outward appearance of success, the Menendez household was reportedly fraught with tension and dysfunction. Friends and relatives later described Jose as a demanding and domineering figure, while Kitty was said to struggle with depression and substance abuse. These dynamics allegedly contributed to a volatile home environment. On August 20th, 1989, Lyle and Eric executed a plan to murder their parents. Armed with shotguns purchased days earlier, they entered the family room where Jose and Kitty were relaxing after a day of shark fishing. The attack was brutal and swift. Jose was shot point blank in the back of the head, while Kitty was shot multiple times as she attempted to escape. The scene was gruesome, with evidence suggesting that the brothers had reloaded their weapons to ensure their parents were dead. Following the murders, the brothers dialed 911, feigning shock and horror at discovering their parents' bodies. Initially, the police did not suspect them, partly due to the apparent lack of motive and the violent nature of the crime, which seemed to suggest a professional hit. In the months following the murders, Lyle and Eric began spending extravagantly, purchasing luxury items such as Rolex watches, sports cars, and even investing in businesses. This behavior raised eyebrows and eventually led investigators to scrutinize their actions more closely. The case took a pivotal turn when Eric confessed to his psychologist, Dr. Jerome Oziel, detailing the murders. Dr. Oziel recorded these sessions, and his mistress, who learned of the tapes, reported them to the police. This confession provided the breakthrough needed for law enforcement to arrest the brothers in March 1990. The first trial commenced in 1993 and was a media sensation, broadcast live on court TV. The defense, led by attorney Leslie Abramson, argued that the brothers had suffered years of sexual, emotional, and physical abuse at the hands of their parents. They claimed that this abuse culminated in a fear for their lives, prompting them to kill in what they perceived as self-defense. The prosecution countered that the murders were premeditated acts driven by greed, highlighting the brothers' lavish spending spree as evidence of their motives. The jury in the first trial was unable to reach a unanimous verdict, resulting in a mistrial. A second trial began in 1995, during which the judge limited the admissibility of the abuse claims. This time, the jury found both Lyle and Eric guilty of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder. In 1996, they were sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. The Menendez brothers' case has remained a topic of public fascination and debate. It has inspired numerous documentaries, books, and dramatizations, including a notable miniseries that explored the complexities of the case. The trial is often cited in discussions about the influence of media on legal proceedings, the psychology of familial abuse, and the American criminal justice system. In recent years, there have been efforts to revisit the case, with some advocates arguing for a reassessment of the brothers' sentences based on evolving understandings of domestic abuse and trauma. Despite these efforts, Lyle and Eric Menendez continue to serve their life sentences in separate California prisons, maintaining that their actions were a desperate response to years of suffering.